Hi guys, welcome back. I had a client today who was telling me that she really wanted to like the Harmony, which is the hand pump from Medela, and she said it was just too uncomfortable for her. And I realized that A, I haven't made a video yet about the Harmony, and B, I can't believe I haven't made it yet because in my own lactation journey, this was one of my favorite pumps. And I didn't even realize that it was such a great pump until I used it myself. So I'm going to talk to you about a couple of the reasons why this pump is one of my favorites. First of all, it's super easy to take apart, clean, put back together. You don't have a lot of pieces, tubes, and all the other things you need to keep track of as a new mom to worry about. It's a lot less washing. I like it because you have more control with it. And I think this is where some people, like the person I just mentioned, was running into problems, is that if you use it the way that it seems like you need to, by pressing this lever all the way down, the suction is really intense and can cause pain. And you don't need to push the lever all the way down to get enough suction to get good milk out. You actually, when you're using this pump, want to start with this lever up here. So if you do this for a minute or two, it's just like the letdown phase on an electric pump. And once you see the milk start to flow, you switch to this lever. And once you switch to this lever, you can even go just a quarter of a way down or halfway down. You don't have to go all the way. And the cool thing about a hand pump is that you have control over how long the suction lasts, whereas with an electric pump, it's pretty quick. It's just like, and you have some control with electric pumps over the cycles, but with this, you're the one in control. So you can hold it down as long as you want to until you see the spray of milk slow down or stop. Then you release it, and then you hold down again as the milk sprays out. And you can even, while you're holding, use the other hand to massage and squeeze, and you can get out even more milk. Honestly, it's a little bit more labor intensive than an electric pump, but you can, and I found that I could pump more milk faster with this technique that I just mentioned. And other things that I like about this pump are that it's super quiet. It's lightweight, it's easy to take with you. It's easy to throw this into your diaper bag or your purse if you're gonna be out for a little while without having to worry about all the other parts that come with an electric pump, or whether you need to charge a battery or whether or not you're gonna have a plug. So it's very portable. I think that everyone who is pumping or lactating should have one of these, because even if it's not your primary pump, it's super efficient and great to have on hand. Let me show you real quick how to take this apart and put it back together. This is the handle. You don't need to wash this part. You can if it starts to get dirty. This actually comes apart and you can rinse it out if you need to, but you don't need to wash it between every use. And then these are the only parts you need to worry about taking apart and putting back together. So you have your flange. You're going to use the same size as you use with any other pump. So if you need help figuring out flange sizing, pumping, what pump to get, questions about pumping, even prenatally, make sure to check out the description down below where you can try to get free visits with me covered by insurance, and we can even meet prenatally to discuss any of those questions. So your flange, your bottle, this piece that holds the flange, and then you have your membrane. So 5 small pieces, that's all you need to wash each time. This is the main reason why I loved this pump. Super easy to grab all the parts and pieces, and you're good to go with pumping. I would say the one downside to using this as a primary pump or pumping regularly with this is that you can only do one side at a time, but I'm gonna show you how to put this back together while I'm talking. You're gonna push this membrane in, and you do want to make sure that it's lying flat just like any other pump that uses this style of membrane, you want to make sure it's flat, because if this is lifted up a little bit, it's not going to cause good suction for you. Screw your bottle on, put on your flange, and your lever, and there you go. So what I would say is one of the downsides to using this pump is that you can only pump one side at a time. But like I mentioned, a lot of people get very efficient with a hand pump and find that it takes them less time to pump one side and they get more milk out faster. So while it can be a little bit labor intensive to be using the manual pump for 15 to 30 minutes, you may find it to be faster even though you have to do two sides, the two sides separately. And there was a time when I realized I was just so much more efficient with this that I would bring this to work, and this was the pump that I would pump at work with. So that's just me. It worked for me. This was one of my favorites. It might not be everyone's favorite, but I definitely think it's a great pump. It's super effective. I think it's worth having if you're able to have one of these in your toolbox, and it's inexpensive compared to electric pumps. So, and there are many manual pumps on the market. It doesn't have to be the same brand. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I look forward to seeing you all soon in my next video. Remember to comment down below. Let me know if you've used a manual pump and you liked it. And remember to like the video, subscribe to the community so you get more videos like this one. And remember, don't quit on your worst day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.